Here is Algebra 2 homework 6.6. Question number 1. You are asked to add two functions, f and g. The f function is 4x plus 8, and the g function is 2x minus 12. If you add these up, you should get 2x six x minus 4. And the domain is all real numbers. Number 2, if you subtract f and g, so if we take 4x minus plus 8, and we're going to subtract 2x minus 12, you have to make sure you distribute the negative, and you should get 2x plus 20. And all real numbers is your domain. To multiply f times g of x, we're going to take 4x plus 8 and multiply it by 2x minus 12. You're going to FOIL. 4x times 2x is 8x squared minus 48x minus plus 16x and then minus 96. And collect like terms, you get 8x squared minus 32x minus 96. And the answer, all real numbers, is your domain. For division, you're going to take f of x, which is 4x plus 8, and divided by 2x minus 12. Now, you could take out a 4 in the numerator, and you're left with x plus 2, and take out a 2 in the denominator, and you're left with x minus 6. This 2 cancels with this, you get 2, so 2x plus 4 over x minus 6. And your domain is all real numbers, except x can't be 6. You can't have 6 in the denominator here. For the next set, 5, you're asked to add these two functions. If you add f and g, you add those up, you should just get x plus the square root of x plus 2. And your domain is all real numbers, except they have to be numbers greater than or equal to 0, because you can't have a negative. So x must be greater than or equal to 0. For number 6, you're going to multiply f times g. So you have x plus 2 times the square root of x minus 1. So you're going to FOIL this out. X times the square root of x is x root x. X times negative 1 is negative x. Plus 2 root x, and then minus 2. And again, your domain, you have to have numbers that are greater than or equal to 0, because when you're taking the square root of a number, it has to be a positive number. For number 7, the division one, you're going to have x plus 2 in the numerator, and then the square root of x minus 1. There's nothing to cancel, but x has to be a number greater than or equal to 0, and it can't be 1, because if it was 1, 1 minus 1 would be 0. So x has to be greater than or equal to 0, and x cannot be 1 for the domain. For the next one, g over f, we're going to have square root of x minus 1 over x plus 2. For this one, the domain is, there's nothing to cancel. You can't have, for this one, you can't have a negative 2 in the denominator. So all real numbers, and since you can't have the square root of a negative number, x has to be greater than or equal to 0. But negative 2 can't also be in the domain, but it's not, because greater than or equal to 0 are these numbers, and negative 2 is not in that solution. So this is your domain, is x is greater than or equal to 0. For number 9, they give you g of f of 4. You're going to plug 4 into the f function. So 4 minus 2 is 2, and then plug 2 into the g function. 2 squared is 4. Number 10, you're going to plug in the g function -1. So -1 squared is 1. And then 1 into the f function, f of 1, so you have 1 minus 2 is -1. Number 11, you're going to plug -3 in the f function. -3 minus 2 is -5. And then -5 in the g function, -5 squared is 25. Number 12, you're going to plug -5 in the g function. So -5 plus 2 is -3. -3 squared is 9. And then f of 9, so if you plug a 9 in here, you get a 3. Number 13, you're going to plug a 0 into g. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 squared is 4, and the square root of 4 is, so f of square root of 4, which is 2. And 14, you're going to plug 4 in the f function. So the square root of 4 is 2, and then 2 into here, into the g function. 2 plus 2, and then you're going to square it, and you get 16. For number 15, it says a car dealer offers a 15% discount off the list price X of any car in the lot. At the same time, the manufacturer offers a $1,000 rebate. Write a function to represent the price after the discount. So if they're giving you a 15% discount, you would be paying 85% of the cost. So that's what that would be. For B, it says write a function to represent the price after the rebate. So the cost of the car minus $1,000 would be that answer. Now for C, it says suppose the list price of the car is $18,000. Use a composite function to find the price of the car if the discount is applied before the rebate. So in other words, you're going to do first the 85% of the 1,000. So you'd be paying. So the list price is 18,000. First, they want you to do the discount. So you do 18,000, and then you're going to multiply that by 0.85. And then you're going to take that answer and you would subtract 1,000. So if you first did the discount and then the 1,000, you would do 18,000 times 0.85, and then what you get, subtract 1,000, and your answer is 14,300. Now for the next one, they're asking you, suppose the list price of the car is still 18,000, and they want you to first use if the discount is applied after the rebate. So take the price of the car, the 18,000, you're going to subtract the $1,000. So you get 17,000, and now you're going to multiply that by 0.85. Take the 85%. You get $14,450. So, reasoning. It says, between parts C and D, will the dealer want to apply? The dealer will want to make more money by selling the car for a higher price. So they're going to want to go with this. You're going to want to try and get this deal first because it means you'd be paying less. But the dealer's going to want to do the rebate first and then the discount. Number 16, it's an error analysis. If they give you f of x and they give you g of x, your friend gives you a domain is greater than or equal to 0. Is this correct? If not, what is the correct domain? This is not correct. The correct domain is x is greater than or equal to 0, and x cannot be 2. Okay, because you can't, if you put in the denominator, you've got this. X, you can't have a negative number here. So your domain is greater than or equal to 0 for that. But you also can't have 2 here because 3 times 2 is 6 and 6 minus 6 is 0. So this is the correct domain. For number 17, first do g of 2. You're going to plug 2 into the g function right here. You've got 2 plus 1, which is 3 over 2, so 3 halves, 1.5. So now you're going to do 2 times 1.5 squared minus 3. And your answer is 3 halves. Number 18, you're going to do f of negative 3. You're going to plug negative 3 into the f function first. So 2 times negative 3 squared minus 3. 9 is negative 3 squared. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 minus 3 is 15. Now you're going to take 15 and plug it here. 15 plus 1 is 16, and 16 over 2 is 8. So the answer to this is 8. In number 19, you're going to plug negative 1 in the f function. So 2 times negative 1 squared minus 3. This is going to give you a 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 minus 3 is negative 1. And then negative 1 back into this is going to give you another negative 1. So 2 times negative 1 squared minus 3 is negative 1. Number 20, local bookstore has a sale on their paperbacks giving you a 10% discount. You will also receive a coupon in the mail for $4 off your purchase. If you buy 2 paperback books at $8 each, is it less expensive for you to apply the discount before the coupon or after the coupon? Okay. The best is before the coupon, and you're going to save 40 cents. So before the coupon, and how much will you save? It's 40 cents.